there's something that's going around that is crazy. There's this girl cooking with Kaya, and there's this YouTuber named Jew who said that cooking with Kaya was positioned to be the Black Martha Stewart. Jew, I'm gonna say this with the most respect I can humble. Are you a fucking dumbass on purpose, or did this shit happen by accident? We're gonna talk about the reality, the truth, why Martha Stewart was a businesswoman and cooking with Kaya gives you stripper vibes. I mean, I heard the comparison and I immediately was like, what the fuck? You've got to be kidding. Let me say this, Jew and to the black folks, y'all need to stop using business language because you sound like fucking idiots. And in this video, I'm gonna show you why Jew, the guy who said she could be the next Martha Stewart, is clueless, doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and I would love for him to challenge me on this. All right, let's talk about who Martha Stewart is. All right, so let's get into it. Boom, 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 boom. This is crazy. All right. Martha Stewart didn't start a lifestyle mogul. Her path was classic skills, service, media, empire. Here's the clean breakdown. Early discipline and taste. Born in 1941 in New Jersey, Martha Stewart learned cooking, gardening, sewing, and homemaking from her mother, which means that Martha Stewart grew up in a two-parent household and her people had money, all right? They were not cubit hobbies, they became technical competencies. Early masters of practical skill and visual polish. Wall Street training. This is where the shit gets real. Graduated from Barnard College, Martha Stewart became a stockbroker in the 1960s. Let me say that again. Martha Stewart became a stockbroker in the 1960s. Let me give you the classification of how hard that was. In the 1960s, a woman could not get a credit card unless her husband approved it and said yes. What she did was groundbreaking. Martha Stewart graduated college and became a stockbroker. This mattered because she learned sales, persuasion, confidence, and capital markets. She understood how money flows and how to sell ideals. Many people skip this when telling her story, but explains why she later outperformed critics who lacked business acumen. Jew. First business catering 1970s. Left Wall Street, she started a catering business from her home in Westport, Connecticut. Money! She had money! Specialized in high-end, detail-obsessed events for affluent clients. Money attracts money. Her edge, obsessive standards, systems and repeatability, visual storytelling through food and presentation. She wasn't cooking, she was curating a lifestyle experience. Now, this is where Martha Stewart's not a celebrity success story. She's a systems builder who mastered a narrow skill set, monetized it as a service, turned the service into authority, converted the authority into media, leveraged media into licensing and equity. This is the arc why she survived. Market cycles, media shifts, even prison. Martha Stewart went to prison. What'd she do when she got out of prison? She making commercials with fucking Snoop Dogg. That kind of reminds you. Who else do we know and love who survived scandals? Appetite! Yeah. I survived a scandal with fucking Anton Daniels and his stupid ass talking about me being a sexual predator. Went on to make millions of dollars after he put that video out. Interesting. Very interesting. Really, really interesting. Here's the real genius when understanding this equation. Operational excellence, taste, and distribution empire. Now, why the Black Martha Stewart comparison fails. People throw it around because they think pattern matching on the surface label, women plus cooking. That's lazy analysis, Jew. Lazy. Martha Stewart was never just a woman who cooked on camera. She was B2B literate, upper class coded, authority first, system success, audience discipline. Her cooking was credentialed, not performative. Martha Stewart's original audience. This is where it gets like Jew. I didn't grow up in the neighborhood. I lived in the neighborhood with millionaires. I know the lifestyle. Affluent household, corporate publishers, advertisers, retail buyers, institutions that license trust. She never needed mass appeal first. She needed a gatekeeper approval. That's why catering. Why cooking with Kayla doesn't map. I'll be precise and unemotional here. When you call the stripper vibes, it's really sexualized attention arbitrage. Performance-driven engagement, persona authority, algorithm first, institution last. This is entertainment coding, not enterprising coding. Jew, the thumbnail. That's Martha Stewart when she was a stockbroker, not some stripper dancing on Instagram, shaking her ass. Once again, Jew, I'm talking to you because I think you're a fucking dumbass. And I'm going to say that with the most respect I can muster is black folks, y'all got to stop fucking talking about business people because you sound like fucking clowns upon deep analysis. Cooking with Kaya is a cute woman. I think she's attractive. She has a nice body. She has a cute face. But there's some things you need to understand. There's a lot of people talking about money. All right, this is something called pattern recognition. I see the kitchen she's in. The kitchen is small as hell. Okay? Let me show you something real quick. Let's see. All right, this is my kitchen. All right. Come back here real quick. All right. That's my kitchen. Now go to Instagram and look at Cooking with Kaya's kitchen and see how small that shit is. She's in a regular ass apartment. She's a TikToker shaking her ass on the camera. Apparently she could cook. I saw some of her dishes. They look quite good. But to make the comparison of Martha Stewart against a TikToker who has stripper vibes, Jew, I mean, this is one of the things, and this drives me crazy. The number of black folks who talk about business and don't know shit about business. She ain't even close to being the Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart grew up in a two-parent household. I don't know Kayla's background. I have no clue. Martha Stewart grew up around money. Do you understand how fucking hard it was for her to become a stockbroker? That wasn't an easy thing. That should tell you about her ability. And this is something else. Martha Stewart was a business person first. She thought units, margins, distribution, controlled tone, posture, and presentation deliberately, avoiding anything that diluted brand seriousness, built boring, reliable trust, the most valuable kind. That's why the prison didn't even kill her brand. Institutions don't care about scandals if systems remain intact. All right? See, like when I see this stuff, I see it all over the internet. Instead of learning business first, black folks are on this bullshit. Cooking with Kayla is an internet-driven personality. With internet-driven personalities, your money is flaky. This is why I have never relied on my YouTube income. The best my YouTube income was like $2,500 to $3,000 a month, and that's when I had Savage Finance and this channel going concurrently. But I would make $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 in a week working on my business. Jew. I keep saying Jew because this is one of the things that happens. You get people who are in the internet space and they have a fan base, and people think these people are credible. They think these people have good ideals. They think these people are smart. Jew, you're a complete and utter dumbass for even saying that Cooking with Kayla could be the next Martha Stewart. Why? You didn't know who Martha Stewart was. You did not know Martha Stewart's background. You had no clue to how smart. Martha Stewart was extremely smart. Martha Stewart was able to make money from a catering brand to cater to affluent people. You want to know why? Because Martha Stewart grew up with money. Look at her mother taught her. How did her mother teach her this? Her mother was a stay-at-home mom. Let's go ahead and let's see. Martha Stewart's parents. All right, let's look at Martha Stewart's parents. Let's see what's going on with that. I have an idea that her father was very successful. Let's talk about Martha Stewart's parents and upbringing. Now, this is where the truth will come out. This is where we get to the truth. Oh my God. Martha Stewart was born Martha Helen Crostal in Newry, New Jersey. Her father, not wealthy but highly disciplined, worked as a pharmaceutical sales executive. All right. Martha Stewart, oh my God. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Martha Stewart has 6 brothers and sisters. Martha Stewart's father, Edward Costra, that should tell you something, immigrant, worked as a pharmaceutical sales executive, middle class, stable income, no inherited wealth, no prestige empire. He was strict. He demanded order, self-reliance, and competence. He emphasized work ethic and precision. He was successful in structure, discipline, and expectations. Her mother, the hidden source of the brand, Martha Rukwowski Kostra, a homemaker and a school teacher, taught Martha cooking, gardening, sewing, food preservation, presentation standards. That was not casual domesticity. In Eastern European standards, giving domestic rigor, think everything has a correct way. All right, this gets deep. Let me tell you how Europeans get down. I was taking dance classes years ago, and before our classes started, there was a class with children, European children, and they were learning how to dance, and they was like 10, 11, 12 years old. It was different. It was different. Martha Stewart grew up in a European-led household where her mother taught her these disciplines. Martha Stewart's mother made Martha Stewart who Martha Stewart is. Jew, like I said, I'm gonna put Jew's video up here so y'all can watch it and talk about it. But this is the reason I say the stuff I do. The black community don't know shit about business wholesale. This is why they keep saying dumb shit like this. Martha Stewart was a fucking stockbroker in the 1960s. Do you understand how fucking hard that was? That was, let's see. The 1960s Wall Street reality, no romanticizing. When Martha Stewart became a stockbroker in the late 1960s, Wall Street was overwhelmingly white, overwhelmingly male, openly discriminatory. There was a syllabus. It was explicit exclusion. Was it hard, especially for women? Women were rare by design. Fewer than 5% of registered brokers were women. 5%. Many firms simply would not hire women. Some firms hired women only for clerical work, sales assistant roles, cold calling with no promotion track. Being a licensed broker meant you already beat multiple filters. There was no institutional support, no diversity initiatives, no HR protections, no harassment policies. If you were excluded and mocked the sideline, that was just how it was. Complaining ended careers. You either performed or disappeared. Sales without social premium. Stockbroking and sales. Women in the 1960s were not expected to discuss money. Women were not taken seriously as financial authorities, were often assumed to be the secretary. To sell successfully, a woman had to perform authority without permission, be sharper than male peers, be emotionally controlled under open disrespect. The environment select for killers, not dabblers. You had to be qualitatively fluent. This was pre-Excel, pre-Google, pre-CRM. She had to do math constantly. Understand securities manually, track accounts on paper, speak fluently about markets without notes. Mistakes were unforgiving, especially for women. While this explained Martha Stewart's later dominance, this Wall Street experience gave her sales discipline, emotional control, negotiation instincts, capital awareness, zero tolerance for incompetence. So when she later ran catering operations, negotiated publishing deals, built a media company, structuring license agreement, she wasn't creating learning business. She was a trained operator who happened to work in lifestyle. Martha Stewart was a killer. This should tell you how extremely smart she was to perform and to excel in that environment. Jew. So once again, let's see how you feel. Go below. Let me know what you feel having a real take on cooking with Kayla, because everyone's like, "Ooh, cooking with Kayla, she ain't making no money." She's a fucking social influencer. The income is like this for influencers. It's up and down. It's not consistent. It's not. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Please put them in the comments. And hopefully Jew will come in on this video, because I would love to have a business conversation with Jew, because I would slay his silly ass. I would slay him. Mortal Kombat. Kill him. Motherfucker be dead.